we attack these problems is take this radian and transform it into a degree. For the sheer fact that I know right now you are at a place in your pre-cal career, if you will, that you are going to be way more comfortable with degrees than radians. So we are going to use that conversion from last week. So we're going to take pi over 3, multiply it by 180 over pi. Pi's cancel. 180 divided by 3 is 60. So this means the exact same thing as secant of 60. Now, when I see 60 and I know that I'm dealing with trig and right triangles, I'm going to say, hey, I know that's one of those 30, 60, 90 triangles that we've been harping on you that you really need to know. So I've got a 60 degree and I've got a 30 degree. So this is the angle I want to consider. So when I go to label this triangle, I'm going to have opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, first of all. And then I'm also going to have my 30, across from my 30 is 1, across from my 60 is root 3, and across from my hypotenuse is 2. So the 1, root 3, and 2, that's just something that you have to memorize. It's one of those components of the triangles that if you know this and you can think of it very quickly, these problems are going to come to you faster and faster and faster, okay? So I know if I match up my S's and my C's, this is going to relate to cosine. I know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse just because in geometry we harped on you, SOHCAHTOA or hags or hippies, depending on what. And I know also that I'm going to have to reciprocate this. So my hypotenuse is 2, my adjacent is 1, so my answer is 2, okay? Shifting. I am going to go through this problem very similarly. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the radian and I'm going to convert it, sorry about that, I'm going to convert it to a degree. So I've got pi over 4, multiply that by 180 over pi. Pi's cancel. 180 divided by 4 is 45. So this really means cosecant of 45 degrees. Again, that's going to be another one of those special right triangles that we keep telling you you need to know. So this is my 45. This one also has to be 45, so that means those legs are going to be the same. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm just going to choose the bottom one. So I have opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, where my opposite and adjacent are both going to be 1s, and my hypotenuse is root 2, okay? Cosecant is going to kind of be the reciprocal of sine. So I want hypotenuse, which is root 2 over 1. So my answer, root 2. You need to get to a place where you have secant, cosecant, and cotangent memorized. If you're not there yet, it's okay. It's something that you need to get to. All right, here we go. Find the value of the trig function indicated. So the angle that they give me, theta, is right here, okay? Now, when I look at this right triangle and I see 3 and 5, I know immediately this is a special right triangle, and it's a Pythagorean triple. The missing side is 4. If that is not you, if you cannot do that quickly in your head or you don't recognize it, it's absolutely okay to say 5 squared is equal to 3 squared plus x squared or b squared or a squared, that's fine. So I have 25 is equal to 9 plus x squared, so that's going to give me 16. So then that missing side is 4. But the better you are at recognizing those special right triangles, whether it be a 30, 60, 90, a 45, 45, 90, or a Pythagorean triple, the quicker these problems are going to get for you, okay? So I know that cotangent is adjacent over opposite. So if I label this one, I've got hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So that means my adjacent is 3. My opposite is 4. So my answer is 3/4. Okay? Now, number 4. Find cotangent theta if sine theta is 2 root 13 over 13. Now, through practice, I know that I can rewrite this without rationalizing the denominator. So that would be 2 over root 13. That's going to help you, okay? Now, I don't have a triangle right now, but there's nothing stopping me from drawing it in. So I'm going to have my theta right here and my 90-degree angle, okay? They're giving me sine, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to have, from this angle, opposite adjacent hypotenuse. I know that my opposite is 2. My hypotenuse is root 13, okay? To find adjacent, you're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem. If I'm looking at this one, I don't know this one off the top of my head, and that's okay. So let's do the work in red. Root 13 squared is equal to 2 squared plus x squared. A root and a square are just going to cancel, so I'm left with 13 is equal to 4 plus x squared. 13 minus 4 is 9. That is a perfect square. So x is equal to 3. So my A is 3. Since I'm looking for cotangent, cotangent is adjacent over opposite. So I have 3 over 2.